Everyone, welcome to the Lionheart Academy Clubhouse. If you're joining right now, we are logging in early to do some technical checks. If you're able to see if you are able to hear the audio loud and clear, could you give me a comment so that I know the audio is okay? Thank you. So audio check, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. If you're able to hear me, leave a comment below. Audio check, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Doing an audio check, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Audio check, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. If you're able to hear this, please leave a comment below. Thank you. Hi everyone, this is Rush. If you're joining us right now for the Ashihara Karate Elementary class, welcome. Thank you for being here. We're going to start sharply at 4:30 p.m. So if you're tuning in right now, we are pretty early. So take the time to do some warm-ups so that we can start off on time at 4:30. All right, see you then at 4:30. Okay, so it's 4:30 now on my clock. If you're tuning in today, whether for practice or for your personal entertainment, welcome to the live stream. This is the elementary class for Ashihara Karate. We are recording live from the Lionheart Academy Clubhouse here in Singapore. So this is the elementary class, as I mentioned before. In this class, we'll be focusing a lot on the basics. When we say the basics, it is the fundamentals in terms of how to move your body, what to take note of as you perform your karate practice, okay? Nonetheless, even though it's an elementary class, it is definitely relevant for you who are more advanced practitioners, or even if you're on the intermediate level, okay? Because regardless which level of karate practice or martial art practice you're in, basics is always the foundation of our practice, okay? So I hope you can follow along and find this relevant for you, all right? I'm also aware that this might be the first time for some of you who are joining us today. You may or may not have any prior experience in karate practice or martial art practice for that matter. Do not feel disheartened. Take the practice at your own pace. And as what I've mentioned last week, you determine what you achieve at the end of the day, okay? Personally, as an instructor or a coach, my goal for you is that every time when you come back to this class, you make an improvement, okay? So if we have shared with you 5 different techniques, for example, and if you manage to only remember 2 at the end of the day, hey, that's improvement on your end, even though it's 2. So don't undermine your own success. Don't underestimate the achievement that you are making today. Okay, the most important thing is all of us make small incremental improvements every time we go along. All right. Last but not least, as you can see today, I am definitely alone as compared to last week. Cheryl is not here. She is being a responsible citizen for observing the circuit breaker campaign or enforcement that's happening in Singapore right now. So she is unable to join me for this practice, okay? But if you like to see her live sometime soon, leave a comment. We will definitely channel your misses to her in the time to come, okay? So let's not wait any further and let's get started, okay? So to begin the practice, I would like you to go to the Seiza position. Seiza. Basically go on down to your knees. As you do this, make sure that your foot is flat on the ground. I hope you can see where my foot position is. Okay, so don't have your toes pointing out like this, okay, because there'll be a lot of pressure going back to your knees and it's not going to be too comfortable, especially if you're just starting out, okay? So for us to get started, go to the Seiza position, okay? Sit up straight, okay? Sit up straight in the sense that you correct your posture, okay? So sit tall. When you sit tall, you are able to breathe better as well. A lot of karate practice is about breathing, okay? Not only this is relevant for the techniques that we're going to be performing today. For your general health, knowing how to breathe properly is truly beneficial for you, okay? So going to Seiza position, sit tall. I'd like you to clench your fist. So the way you clench your fist is you start with your pinkies, okay? From your pinkies, curl down your forefingers, and then last but not least, wrap your thumb in, and you will have a fist, and finally place your fist at the top of your laps, okay? We're going to do a short so-called meditation. Okay, the purpose of this practice is for you to align your mind for the training that's upcoming. Okay, for a lot of you, you've been sitting at home for quite a while. There might be a lot of things going on in your mind. So this short session of silence, I would like you to just focus on your breathing and realign your mind towards the practice that's coming up. Okay. So close your eyes, sit tall, relax, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, and so. Down to your mat. Okay, open up your eyes, relax. Okay, to formally open up the session, we will do a bow to each other, and let's bow to the front, show me ready. Pose, alright, and your feet up. Okay, good. I hope you're ready to go, and if you are, let's jump on the spot, we'll do a little bit of warming up. Okay, the purpose of warming up is to have your blood running through your body. Some of the activities are going to be vigorous. If you don't have blood running through your body, you're not going to be able to perform as effectively, okay? So when I say go, I would like you to spray on the spot, okay? For example, go. Okay, relax. Okay, and you come relax, okay? When you spray on the spot, I would like you to raise up your knee at least up to your hip level, okay? For example, go. Okay, relax. All right. After you're ready to go. Okay, ready. Go. Relax. Go. Relax. Okay, couple more. Go. Relax. Keep jogging at the spot, catch your breath. This time when I say up, I want you to jump up as high as you can. When I say down, you're going to do a burpee. Okay, a burpee looks like this. Go to your force, open out your legs, close it back, and come up again. Alright? Let's do the test run. Okay, ready? Down. Up. Up. Down. Okay, good. This time the challenge to you is, every time you make a mistake, you do 5 push-ups, okay? So if I say up and you go down, you know you made a mistake. I'd like you to do your own punishment, okay, of 5 push-ups. Ready? Up. Some of you, 5 push-ups. I can see you. Don't cheat. Ready? Up. Down. 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 Up. Up. Down. Down. Up. Down. Good. Okay, begin to relax. And finally you stop and recover. Okay, let's do some breathing exercise. Okay, breathe in. And out. In. And out. 2 more. In. And out. Last one in. And out. Okay, relax. Shake your body loose. Just take some time to adjust your outfit. Or if you're wearing a karate uniform, go ahead, adjust your uniforms. Okay, and recover. Pose. Great. I hope you're sweating even just a little bit. We will now do a bit of stretching, okay? So I'd like to have your hands by the side of your belt. If you don't have one, okay, just hold it by your hips. You're gonna stretch your toes like this, okay? So basically, curl your 4 little toes in as you point your big toe out, and then alternately have your big toe in, the 4 little toes out, okay? We are going to do this for 10 counts. At the 10 count, you do what we call a kiai, or a shout, alright? Okay, let's go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good. Okay, I can hear some of you. Good job. Okay, curl your toes. Okay, 10 counts, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, louder, you can do better. Okay, curl, rotate your lower leg, okay, for 6 counts, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Reverse, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. Alright, push your heels forward. As you do this, stretch your calf, alright? Okay, point the ball of the foot down. As you do this, curl your toes up, you point the ball of the foot down. Curl your toes down. tilt your foot sideways. Okay, when you tilt your foot, have your 4 little toes down with the big toe pointing up. Okay, I want you to show the blade of your feet. Okay, so I hope you can see it over here. All right. Okay, and finally you're gonna flick your legs out like this. Okay, for 10 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, good. All right. Rush is so weird to shout or to kia, and what is the purpose of it? Okay. So for basic practice, okay, remembering to shout or making it a point to shout is to remind yourself to breathe out. Okay. Sometimes, especially those of us who are not familiar with physical exercise, sometimes we do a lot of physical exertion to our body, but we forgot to breathe, right? And as a result, we get exhausted too quickly, or worse still, okay, you might pass out, okay, because there's not a lot of oxygen going through your brain and through your body, okay. So by forcing ourselves to shout, we force ourselves to breathe out, and as a reflex action, we will remember to breathe, okay. So that is the practical reason. The second reason is that for us who are learning how to fight or do self-defense, or learning how to develop our self-confidence, okay? Shouting is an act of aggression, okay? Whenever we display an act of aggression, there is nobody over here, you're basically doing it for yourself. You are basically empowering yourself, you are igniting your psyche, and if you're used to that, you know how to activate your psyche and fighting spirit at will. Whenever you need to fight, whenever you need to defend yourself, you already know how to do it, okay? As opposed to you have never done this before, something happens to you, you just go into a flight or fight situation, you curl up, okay, and you're basically at the disposal of the aggressor or the opponent, okay? So we are learning how to engage our fighting spirit at will, okay? And that is why we kia or we shout, okay? So I hope you understand now. Let's do for the left side, okay? So same idea, curl your toes, okay, for 10 counts, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright? Rotate your lower leg for 6. Reach, knee, sun, shi, go. Rook, reverse, hitch, knee, sun, shi, go. Alright? So once more, push your heels so that you're stretching your calf. Point the ball of the foot down. Curl the toes down. Tilt the foot sideways, okay? So if you're not able to see, curling your foot sideways should be looking like this, okay? So curl the toes and have it sideways. Okay, flick your leg to the front. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, good job. All right, I'd like you to have your feet together, hands by your knees. You're going to rotate your knees to whichever direction you want to, okay? For 4 counts, ready? Hitch, knee, sun, shi. Okay, let's do 2 more. Go, rook, the other direction. Hitch, knee, sun, shi. Go. Okay, good. Have your feet shoulder width apart, hands on your knees. Okay, you're going to squat down for 2 counts. 1, 2, come up again, 3, 4, and then we'll repeat the motion again. All right? Squatting exercise. Okay, ready? Down, hitch, knee up, sun, shi, go, rook, sit, touch, Q. Okay, good. Have your feet further apart. This time, we're going to stretch sideways for this sequence, okay? We're going to start from the left, okay? My left is here, your left should be there, okay? So the first count, you're going to turn to your left with your left toes, okay? So left toes point to the left. Count number 2, you're going to bend your front knee, okay? On the third count, you're going to squat on your left as you point your opposite toes. And on the fourth count, you come up to face the front again, okay? I'll demonstrate again for the right side. So right, 1, turn your toes to the right, 2, bend your knees, 3, squat on your right, 4, come up, face the front, okay? So let's try all the 4 counts starting from the left, okay? Let's go. Hitch, knee, sun, shi right, knee, sun, shi left, sun, ni, sun, shi right, yon, ni, sun, shi. Okay, good. Next, a little bit more difficult if you're just starting out. I'd like you to hold yourself by your hands and spread your legs apart. Actually, I made a mistake. For karate practice, I'm giving you this challenge, okay? Whenever you are required to hold yourself by your hands, you are not allowed to hold yourself by your hands, okay? You can either use your fists, okay, support yourself by your fists, or your fingers, or the side of your hands, okay? So if you're just starting out, probably this would be the easiest, okay? The reason why I would not like you to hold yourself by your hands is because I want you to take every opportunity that we are practicing to strengthen yourself, okay? So by holding yourself by your fist, for example, you're taking the chance to strengthen your wrists, okay? So that when you perform punching, there is no need for you to do additional exercise just to strengthen your wrists, okay? So do not hold yourself by your hands. Hold yourself by either your fists, your fingers, or the side of your hands, whichever you can manage, and then have your legs apart, okay? Let's do it. Okay, for this one, hold yourself by your fists and have your toes pointing up. We'll hold this for 10 counts, really. H, A, sun, shi, go, look, sit, touch, Q, okay? Move your body forward, have your toes pointing down for another 10 counts to the H, D, sun, shi, go, look, sit, touch, Q, okay, move your body back, have your toes pointing down for the last 10 counts to the H, ni, sun, shi, go, look, sit, touch, Q, okay, good. Slowly turn over to your right. Okay, we're going to do, we are doing right now, the splits to the side, okay? To ensure that you're fully facing the side, okay, of course, turn your body to the right side in this case. Have your left knees pointing down, your right toes pointing up, and one hand on each side, okay? We'll hold this position for 10 counts. Okay, H, A, sun, shi, go, look, sit, touch, Q, okay? Turn to your left. Okay, for those of you young people, this is your opportunity to show off, okay? Do a perfect split if you can. Give some chance to me. Okay, I'm a bit older than you are. I used to be able to do it, so I can't show off to you as well. I'll show off some of this stuff, okay? But this is your chance to show off, so if you can do a perfect split, go ahead, okay? 10 counts to the edge. Ni, sun, shi, go, look, sit, touch, Q, okay? And face the front. Okay, open out your legs as far as you can, and finally, sit down. Don't close your legs just yet, leave your legs open. Okay, and as we go through the exercise, increase the distance between your feet as much as you can, all right? So again, maintain a good posture, have your legs apart, make sure that your toes are pointing up. We're going to stretch sideways and we're going to start from the left, okay? So I want you to try to reach for your left foot with both hands, okay, as much as you can. All right, let's go for 10 counts, and down. Reach, ni, sun, shi, go, look, sit, touch, Q, okay, good. Okay, reach for your right foot, and down. Reach, ni, sun, shi, go, look, sit, touch, Q, okay, good. Right, again, so open up your legs wider and wider as we go along. Okay, have a good posture, reach as far as you can, and focus to have your chest to the floor, okay, without bending your back, okay? Have your toes pointing up all the time. Okay, stretching forward for 10 counts, and down. Reach, ni, sun, shi, go, look, sit, touch, Q, okay, good, up. All right, have your feet together, okay? So this time without bending your knees, I want you to reach for your feet, okay? Breathe out as you go, all right, and down. Okay, reach as far as you can and restart your breathing. Okay, for 10 counts, reach, ni, sun, shi, go, look, sit, touch, Q, okay, and okay, good. Have your right foot on top of your left leg, okay, with your right hand hold on to the ankle, with your left hold on to your toes, okay. You're going to rotate your foot forward for 6 counts, alright, okay, ready, go. Inch, knee, san, shi, go. Ruk, handai, or reverse. Inch, knee, san, shi, go. Okay, stretch your toes up, bend it down. Okay, bring up your foot to your hip, okay, to prevent your foot from slipping out. Hold on to your foot with your left hand. Right hand, put it on your knee, okay. Use your body weight, press the knee to the floor. Okay, we'll do this for 6 counts. Okay, ready, down. Inch, knee, san, shi, go. Okay, and have your foot over your hip as much as you can. And relax, okay, good job. Switch over, okay, left foot on top of your right leg this time. So just the opposite, left hand on your ankle, okay, right hand on your toes, okay, rotate your foot forward, 6, ready, inch, knee, san, shi, go. Ruk, reverse, inch, knee, san, shi, go. Okay, stretch your toes up, bend down. Okay, bring your foot to your hip, press your knee to the floor, ready, inch, knee, san, shi, go. So what this does is that it helps you to stretch your hip abductors, okay? As what I mentioned a lot last week, the range of motion for your hip abductors are incredibly important if you're going to be kicking and moving a lot in karate practice, okay? Even if you're not a karate practitioner, if it's for your general health, the health and the condition of your hip abductors are super important, okay, for you to basically do mundane, don't say mundane, essential things like moving around, getting up from a chair, and things like that, okay. So this is a very useful and beneficial stretch for you to do for your general health, okay. So pushing down the knees to the floor, all right. So where are we? Oh yeah, have your foot over your head, okay, let's go. 6 counts to each. Knee, san, shi, go. Okay, good. All right. So we've done a stretch for each side of your hip. We're going to do both at the same time. Have your feet together. Pull in your feet as close as possible to your body. And as you do this, okay, pull your back or straighten your back. Okay. So as you straighten your back and you breathe out, okay, bring your chest to your feet and down. Reach, knee, san, shi, go, ruk, sich, hach, kyu. Okay, flat the legs. Okay, as you flat the legs, try to touch the floor with your thighs. Okay, so this is basically dynamic stretching to increase your flexibility. Okay, good. Okay, let's get on our fours. Okay, when I say your fours, basically get on your hands and your feet. All right. And on your fours. Okay, again, remember, either your fists or your fingers or the side of your hands, okay? So I'm going to choose the fingers. With your legs apart and on your fours, I want you to do a diving push-up, okay? Bring your chest close to the floor. As you dive up, look up to the ceiling. Okay, we'll do this for 4 counts. Okay, ready? Hitch. Knee. San. Hisha. Okay, good. And your feet up. All right. Okay, I'd like you to have your feet wide apart further than your shoulders. Interlock your fingers. Have them behind your head. This is a dual exercise, okay? Every time you move, it's 1 count. So you're gonna move your body back and forth. For example, 1, 2. Okay, and then you repeat the action with your body. As you move your body, I want you to close your feet, okay? So for example, pay attention to the feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you finally reach around count number 10, this should be your ending position, okay? So let's try. Okay, move your body back and forth as you close your feet. Okay, into our fingers, have them behind your head. For 10 counts, move fully. Okay, don't just move halfway. Okay, let's try it. 10, ready, go. Hitch, knee, san, shi, go. Roll, take your time, sich, hach, move fully, kyu, Okay, good. Have your feet together. Okay, from this position, twist your left, right, left, and right. Okay, good job. Okay, don't cut the corners. All right, if you're gonna move 100% because I can see you. Really. Okay. Anyway, have your feet together. All right, you're gonna touch your toes and then your heels without bending your knees. Okay, have your back straight as much as you can. Okay, for 10 counts. Really down. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rub, sich, hach, chu. Okay, good job. Have your feet apart again. Hands touching to the opposite toes, alternate directions. Okay, for 10 counts. Let's go. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rub, sich, hach, chu. Okay, good. Rotate your upper body to the left and then to the right. Okay, alternate directions. We'll do this for 4 counts. Let's go. Ich, ni. Breathe as you go. San. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and key out. Good. Okay. Hands back to your hips or your belt and bring back your right foot. And as you do this, make sure your toes are pointing in front and you bend your front knee. What this does is it helps you to stretch your calf. Okay? Let's hold it there. Make sure you're stretching good. And change over. Alright? Your right foot will be in front, left foot to the back, both toes forward, bend your front knee. Okay? And as a result, you'll be stretching your left calf. Okay, stretch it good. And stop. Okay, hands back to your hips. Tilt your hip to the right. Left. Up. And down. Okay, gasho. Gasho means palms together, okay, like a prayer position. Okay, we're gonna start from this position, right? Let me move closer to the camera. Okay. The sequence is gonna look like this. Okay, from the bottom, bring to your chest, to the middle, bring to your chest, to the top, bring to the chest, and then we'll start from the bottom again. Okay, so that is the general sequence. Whenever you bring your hands in, you breathe in through your nose. Whenever you bring it out, you breathe out through your mouth. Having said that, this is a breathing exercise, okay? Whenever you bring your hands in, bring it as close as possible to your chest, okay? And I want you to be able to feel that there is a stretch in your shoulders as well as the round of your back. Okay, we call it the scapula, okay? Having said that, this is also a stretching exercise, okay? So let's try for 4 sets. Okay, ready? Ich. Okay, same thing again. Hey. Alright, same thing again. San. Okay, last round. Focus on your breathing. Alright, good job. Okay, have your fingers against each other, elbows out, and press in. Okay, give it a good stretch all through your fingertips and shake it loose, relax, okay? Last few bits of stretching before we start with the basic techniques proper. So until our fingers stretch downwards, 4 counts to each. Ni, san, shi. Whenever you're stretching like this, okay, don't just do it for your fingers, okay? Make sure you work your shoulders as well, okay? So it is not just like this, okay? Press your shoulders down and lengthen your back as well, okay? So this is really a full body stretch, okay? So again, downwards to each. Ni, san, shi, to the middle. Ni, san, shi. To the top, okay, tiptoe, san, ni, san, shi, okay, good, okay? From here, bend your body to the left, okay, to the right, left, don't bend forward, okay, make sure you're bending to the side, and right, okay, good. Inside the fingers again, behind you this time. Okay, downwards reach, knee sanchi, bend forward as much as you can. Try to look between your legs if you can. Okay, up, okay. Twist your left, right, okay. You should be feeling the stretch on your shoulders, okay. Left again, and your right, okay. Whenever you hear recover or now there, breathing through your nose, out through your mouth, as you say, pose, okay. Now there, pose, okay. Relax, okay. So that's it for your warming up and stretching. We're now going to start with the basic techniques of kicking, punching, and receiving attacks with your hands, okay? If you were here last week, or if you've been practicing for a while, we're going to be doing this in what we call the sanchin stance, or in Japanese we call it sanchin dachi, okay? So as a quick refresher, the way we're going to stand in sanchin stance or sanchin dachi is like this, okay? Have your feet shoulder width apart. Have your right foot slightly in front of your left. When I say slightly, it's just halfway in front of your left. So like this, okay? So in this view, right now your feet are just next to each other at your shoulder width. When we go for sanchin dachi or sanchin stance, have your right foot halfway in front of your left, okay? So once you have that, okay, I would like you to point your toes to the front so that they are parallel to each other, okay? So this is option number one. Option number two, you can have them pointing inwards, okay? Like this, okay? So this is more similar to a lot of traditional karate styles, so you can definitely do that. If that's not comfortable for you, have your toes pointing in front, okay? So once you have that for the toes, I want you to bend your knees inwards, okay? So like this. When you are bending your knees, I would not like you to lock them because this is not going to be beneficial for you. Instead, what I want you to think about is as if you're sitting down, okay? Sitting down on your stance, okay? So that basically the idea is to suspend your weight using your legs, okay? So the imagery I gave you last week was that if you have a rubber ball between your knees, you are basically just holding on to the rubber ball, okay? In this way, you are stable, at the same time, relaxed, okay? So this is sanchin stance for the legs, okay? For the arms, clench your fists, okay, like this. Have your fist at the shoulder width, shoulder level. So this will be too high, this will be too low, this is at the shoulder level, all right? So right now, my forearms are parallel to each other, okay? So I want you to bring your elbow in front of your ribs, okay? So for you to do that, you have to move your elbow inwards, okay? So now your forearms will look somewhat like a V that is not meeting, okay? So like this, all right? So this is for your upper body. Of course, keep a good posture, okay? So in whole, this is what we call a sanchin stance with your right foot at the back. Later on, we're going to do for the left side. It is just about having the left foot in front, but the rest of the body stays the same, okay? So this is sanchin stance, all right? I hope you understand. If you don't, leave it at a comment. I'll find some time to explain it to you, okay? All right, so for the rest of us who've been practicing for a while, we will take up the sanchin stance formally through my commands, all right? Okay, let's get ready. Pose. All right, take up the sanchin stance. Energy. Yo. Pose. Okay, and finally go to the stance. Kumite. All right, so good. Okay, check your stance. Take a chance to check your stance. Make sure it's good and proper. Okay, we're gonna start with the first set of punches, which is middle punch to the chest. So to start, just cross your fist like this, and retract back your right fist. Okay. So the keeping hand, keep it by your ribs and not to your waist or to your hips, okay? By your ribs, all right? For 4 counts, we'll do it slow, really itch, sound. Okay, for the 4th counts, we always shout or kiai, okay? For the next 10 counts, do it with shouting and speed up, okay? Perform with shouting or in Japanese, kiai, te, all right? Let's go, itch, te, san, shi, go, rook, sitch, touch, cue. Okay, good. Alright. This time move your fist up to the face level. So this is high punch or Jodanski. Okay, slow counts 4 already. H, D, San. Perform shouting. Okay, T, H, D, San, Shi, Go, Ruk, Sich, Hutch, Q. Okay? For those who have been joining us for a while, whenever you perform a technique, okay, don't just rely on your limbs, okay? When you perform a punch, for example, don't just move your hands, all right? Try to incorporate other parts of the body, all right? One of the more important parts of your body is your hips, okay? So when you turn to punch, move from your hips and then launch the punch, okay? If you are wearing a belt, a good indicator is to ensure that your belt is swaying from one part to the other, okay? So the difference is quite obvious. If you're just using your hands, okay, your belt will not be swaying by any means. If you're actively engaging your hips, okay, I can see that, all right? And I'm sure you can, okay? So try to engage your hips as much as you can. Okay, good. Let's go to the next one. Raise your fist. Place it beside your chin, okay? Covering your ribs with your elbows, okay? So this is going to be punching to the chin or agochi, okay? Starting with the right fist, punch to the chin, pull it back, punch to the chin, pull it back, okay? 4 counts slow, make sure you have the right form. Ready? H, D, San. Okay, speed up for 10 counts, okay? T, H, D, San, Shi, keep your elbows down, go, Ruk, Sich, touch, Q, good, okay? Have your fists together, the forearms together, in fact, stretch it as far as you can. So basically, this together, stretch it as far as you can, okay? This is to tell you that this is the length that you can reach for your punch, right? So once you have that, bring it back to the front of your chin, okay? What we're going to do next is called Uraken Gameluchi, which is using your back fist to strike to the face, and then you pull it back, okay? Let's do it for 4 counts. Okay, ready? H, D, San. I'm going to give you a side view, okay, for the next 10 counts, okay? Perform with shouting, really, okay? T, H, D, San, Shi, Go, Ruk, Sich, Hutch, Q. Good. Okay. Next, we're gonna do more of the back fist. Okay. This time to the sides. Okay. Okay. The next position I want you to take up is to have your fist, place it in front of your chest. All right. That's number 1. Number 2, from one elbow to the other, make sure they are aligned. If they're not aligned, they will either look like this, or like this, or like this, okay? So basically, make sure that they are aligned, okay, while keeping to your Sanchin stance, okay? The technique is going to be using the back fist, turn to the side, and perform a back fist to the side, bring it back, and then we go to the left, 2, 3, 4, okay? So this is Raken Sayuchi, or using your back fist to strike to the side, all right? Let's try for 4 counts, starting with the right side first. Ready? H, D, San, Shi. Okay, speed up, we're shouting. Ready? T, H, D, San, Shi, Go, Ruk, Sich, Hutch, Q. Good. Okay. Have your fist in front of your tummy this time. Have your right fist on top first. Okay. So this is using a back fist to strike to the spleen, or generally to the midsection of the body, okay? In Japanese, we call this Uraken Hizochi, so Hizo being your spleen, okay? But just think that you're going to be doing a back fist to the body, okay? So the right fist will be on top. You're going to hit first with the right side. After you hit, you put it to the bottom. The left fist is going to go, okay? So basically, the striking fist is always going to be on top first, okay? So at least that's how we do it formally, okay? Let's do Hizochi, all right? So to the center, turn your body, back face to the right first. Ready? H, D, San, okay, speed up, we're shouting, ready? T, H, D, San, Shi, Go, Ruk, Sich, touch, Q. Okay, good. All right. The last hand striking technique we're going to do today is called Mashi Uchi. So Mashi means roundabout direction. Okay, Uchi means to strike. Okay. The starting position will be your left fist just in front of your forehead with your elbows bent. Okay, so this is the starting position. Your other hand, just keep it by your ribs. Okay, so left fist on top, your right fist by your ribs. This is the starting position. Okay, there's two movements that you will have to do. The first one is having your forearm turn into a vertical line. Okay, so from here, make it a vertical line. In this view, from here, make it a vertical line. As you do that, I want you to straighten your keeping hand. So as you turn this, you straighten this, okay? So this is movement number one. All right? Movement number two is striking at the target, okay? So after you do movement number one, you keep your front hand as you swing your back hand, okay? So the swing will be like this. Okay, so again, this is one, this is two. In this view, this is one, this is two. Where exactly you're using to strike with your fists, okay? There are two options depending on the circumstances. The more obvious option is that if you're hitting a target somewhere at this distance, you're using the first knuckle to hit to the side of the hip, okay? So basically, if the target is here, you hit the side of the hip with the first knuckle, okay? But if your target is a lot closer to you, like this close, you're going to use the back fist to hit to the back of the hip, okay? So for example, if somebody is grabbing you and you have a little bit of moving space, okay, you can use that action, okay, to hit the opponent, okay? Anyway, where is my marker? Okay, my marker disappeared. I hope you can still see me. Okay, let's move forward a little bit. All right, good. Okay, Mashi Uchi. All right, 4 counts slowly. H, 1 and 2. B, 1 and 2. San. Shi. All right, so this time blend the two movements together. So as soon as you reach here, you strike. 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's do this. 10 counts here. T, H, B, San, Shi, Go, Ruk, Sich, Hach, Q, H. Okay, take a moment to correct your form and recover. Now, pause. Okay, good. For the next set of techniques, I want you to move to a horse riding stance, okay? When you hear Kumite, I want you to have your right foot stepping to your right, okay? Just slightly wider than your shoulder width, and then with your toes pointing forward, you have your knees bent, okay? So like what we mentioned last week, just imagine you're riding a horse, okay? And I hope your horses are fit, okay, and not fat nor malnourished, okay? So I hope you have a fit horse, okay? So a fit horse you can trust it to go battle with, okay? So sit on your horse and you will have your hands over here, okay? Like you're holding to the reins of a horse, okay? And then have a good posture, all right? Okay, good. We're gonna go to horse riding stance. Ready? Kibarachi, yo! Horse, my tail. Okay, good. Okay, have a good horse stance. Okay, hands just in front. Okay, for the first technique, I'd like you to have your forearms together and bring back your right fist. Take note that when you pull back your right fist, place your forearm to the center of your body. Okay, so right now this is the center. If it's not at the center, it will be somewhere like this, okay, which is quite obvious. All right, so make sure it's at the center. All right. So we're going to do shita ski. Shita means from the bottom, ski means to thrust forward. Okay, so we are thrusting forward from the bottom. Okay, for 4 counts, let's do it slowly. H, B, San, Okay, speed up with shouting. Here, take, H, A, san, she, go, ruk, sit, hach, kyu, eight. Okay, good. This one we're going to do elbow strike. Elbow strike in Japanese, we call it hijiuchi. Okay, so just have your elbow in front, your keeping hand by your ribs. Okay, so basically, just turn your body and do the elbow strike. Okay, for 4 counts, slowly. H, A, san, eight. Speed out shouting here. Take, H, A, san, she, go, ruk, sit, hach, kyu, eight. Okay. Let's do some stretching while we're in horse stance. Okay. Lower your body as close as possible to the floor while keeping your knees up. So this is to stretch your hips. We're going to do a whole bunch of kicking later. So have a good stretch here. Okay, feet up and pose. Okay, relax. Okay, for the next set of hand techniques or receiving techniques with your hands, I'd like you to go to Sanchin stance, but with your left foot forward. Okay, let's do this. Okay, ready? Hirari sanachi. Yo. Pose. Take. Okay, make sure your Sanchin stance is solid with your left foot forward and hold on to the Sanchin stance. Okay, the first one we're going to do is Jodan Uke. So Jodan means the top level, Uke means to receive. Okay, so if an attack is coming to you from the top level, this is how we receive it. Okay, so how to take out the stance? Cross your forearms and raise your left forearm. Okay, to deflect the attack that is coming to you. All right. So for 4 counts, let's do it slowly. H. So turn your body somewhere at the center. You will inevitably cross. And then you raise up your forearm. Okay, count number 2, knee, san, okay, speed up with shouting. Here, take, H, A, san, she, go, ruk, sit, hach, kyu, okay. For those of you who have been practicing for a while, again remember to, from this position, straighten your forearm first. Yeah, I forgot to tell you this. Okay, so straighten your forearm at the center, and then you will perform the block. Okay, so I hope you remember. The next one we're going to do is called Soto Uke. Soto means outside, Uke means to receive. So basically it means to receive from the outside. Okay, so the starting position will be your fist at the shoulder level. Okay, like this, your keeping hand by your ribs. Okay, the whole motion, if you do it formally in our practice, will be like this. Okay, the keeping hand, just invert it to the side of your head. The hand that was outside, okay, you bring it at the bottom like this. Okay, so it resembles like a block at the side. So this is the starting position. So your left hand you're going to keep, your right hand you're going to move to the front and perform the Soto Uke or block by turning your wrists. Okay, so again, formally, this is how we do it. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, but this might be a bit complicated for some of you. We'll do a simpler one. From here, I just want you to open up your keeping hand and imagine a punch is coming to you. Use your forearm and then deflect it to the side. Okay, again, open up your arm. Punch is coming to you, deflect it to the side. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, if you're just starting out, that is a lot simpler. Go ahead and practice that. Okay, but if you've been practicing for a while, okay, just do the correct one. All right. So Soto Uke or blocking from the outside. Okay, I'll do the simple one first. Really. H, open and block. A, open and block. San, open and block. Shi, open and receive. Okay. For the next 10 counts, I'll do the proper one. Ready? Carry. Take. H, A, San, she, go, ruk, sit, hach, kyu. Good. Okay. So we have learned to receive from the outside. This time we're going to receive from the inside. Okay. This is called uchi-uke. Uchi means the inside, uke means to receive. So uchi-uke is to receive the attack with your hand from the inside, okay? So the starting position is similar to before. The way we're gonna do this is your keeping hand will reach to your opposite hip, okay? But don't just reach like that. Turn your body as you do that. Turn your body, reach your opposite hip. Imagine you're drawing a sword, draw your sword, and finally when you're about to cut the center, you turn your wrist to use the outside of the forearm to deflect away the attack. Okay, I'll show you once more. Okay, turn your body, reach to the opposite hip, draw your sword, and as you cut the center, turn your wrist outwards. Okay, for the other side, again same. Turn your body, reach to your hip, draw your sword, as you cut the center, pull it out. Of course, your other hand, always keep it by your side, okay? That is for you who are just starting out, okay? For the rest of us who are a little bit more pro, okay? Do it properly. Okay, turn your body. As you're drawing your sword, make sure you have the other hand covering your face as you block out 2, 3, and 4, all right? Let's speed up, okay? 10 count to the ikiai. H, B, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, all right? The last receiving technique we're going to do is called geran barai. So geran means the lower level, barai means to sweep away, okay? Or in English, we often call it lower block, okay? So geran barai will just require you to invert your left forearm like this, okay? So your other hand keep over here, okay? I'll show you the basic version first. Like before, turn your body, but reach to the opposite side of your face, okay? So opposite side of your face is here. Imagine a spear is coming to your body, okay? Coming to your body, use your right hand and deflect it away, okay? The other hand, of course, you keep by your ribs, okay? So once more, turn your body, reach for the opposite side of your face, spear is coming, and deflect it away. Of course, the point of deflecting away the spear is so that it doesn't hit your body. Having said that, don't just stop here because the spear can still hit over here. So make sure you fully clear it away from your body, okay? So that is the basic version. For those of you who are practicing Ashihara Karate, make sure you're doing the correct formal version, which is like this. So turn your body as you reach to the opposite side of your face. Your keeping hand, perform a double block at the side, okay? So once you have this, keep your left and sweep your right. A. Okay, let's go for the 4 slow counts. Ready? H, B, 3, E. Okay, 10 counts with shouting. Ready? K, H, B, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. And all right. Pause. Let's take the chance to recover. Keep breathing. H. And breathe out. A. Start. Good. We're going to be doing basic kicking after this, okay? Let's take some time to do some stretching to prepare our legs for kicking. Do it if you know what to do. If you don't know what to do, you can follow along with me, okay? First off, we're going to have your feet together, okay? Hands by your knees. Okay, from here, just bend your knees or go to a squat with your feet together and open up your knees as much as you can. So this is giving you a stretch along the hip joints. Okay, up. Okay, have your legs apart, hands on your knees. Okay, your toes can be pointing in front or slightly outwards, but most important is have your knees pointing up. Okay, you do not want to be injuring your knees as we do this. Okay, so hands on your knees, drop your right shoulder as you straighten your right arm. And this will be stretching along your spine. Okay, good. Change. Okay, good. Hands on your, elbow on your knees, right shoulder down. Change. Okay, once again, let go of your elbows. Sink your butt to the floor. Feel the stretch in your hips. Okay, and on your feet up. Alright. So this time I want you to bring your knee up and your opposite elbow, try to touch your knee. Okay? So ready, 1, the other side, 2, 3, 4. Okay, relax. Okay? You're gonna roll your knees inwards 2 times, outwards 2 times. Okay, ready, inwards, 1, 2. Okay, outwards, 1, 2. Okay, good. Finally, with your legs straight, just move it to the direction opposite of your hands. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 2 more, 3, 4. Okay, relax. Do a squat on your left, straighten out your right leg as you go. Just relax, focus on loosening up your joints, relaxing your muscles. Change. Okay, good. All right. The first set of basic kicking we're going to do is called front rising kick or maikeagegiri. This is a stretching exercise. The position we're going to take is something like a forward stance. All right. So if your left leg in front, your right leg at the back. Hold on to your belt if you have one. If you don't, then just have your hands by your hips, okay? Without bending your knees, I'd like you to stretch as high as you can and then bring it back to your original position, okay? So basically, that will be 1 count. Okay, let's do 4 counts with the right leg. 4 counts really. H, B, side, E. Good. Let's change to the other leg. As you can listen, I hope you can listen. As you perform the kick, breathe out sharply through your mouth. Okay? That's number 1. Number 2, try to have your foot flat as you perform the stretch. This will allow you to have maximum stretching as you go about the exercise. Alright? Same thing for the left side. H, B, stop. Okay, good. All right. 10 counts with your right leg. Speed up with shouting. Yeah, T, H, B, side, shake, go, look, sit, touch, kick. Good. Alright, if you are exhausted, again, it's probably because you're not breathing up, okay? You're keeping a lot of air in your body and trying to perform the exercise. There is a lot of stress within your body, okay? So that is why it's important for you to shout and let the air out, alright? Let's try for the left side, 10 counts. Ready? Okay, T, H, B, side, shake, go, look, sit, touch, cue. Good. Recover and louder. Pose. Good job. Okay. Breathing. H. B. Side. E. For the kicking, we'll be standing in parallel stance. Parallel stance is having the feet shoulder width apart, with your toes pointing forward, making your feet parallel to each other. Slightly bend your knees so that your weight is suspended by your knees, and therefore you'll be ready to go when you want to kick. Okay? The first kick we're going to do is called hizagiri, or knee kick. So as the name implies, you'll be kicking up with your knee. 1, 2, okay? We take this opportunity to do it as a stretching exercise. So if you can, touch your chest with your knees, okay? So I should be able to hear some up, 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 okay? 4 counts, knee kick. Are you ready? H, A, Sa, E. Okay, 10 counts, we're shouting. Here, T, H, A, Sa, She, Go, Rook, Sit, Touch, Kill, E. Good. Next one I'm going to do is called kintegigiri, or to kick at the groin. Alright? So, if you don't know where the groin is, it is here. So when performing this kick, don't kick too high. We're not kicking Yao Ming's groin or some other basketball player's groin. We're kicking a normal person's groin. Okay? But don't go about kicking those groin for no reason. Okay? So to kick the groin, we're going to use the top of the foot, okay, like this. Alright? So basically, at the end of the motion, it should be looking something like this. Okay? To generate power for the groin kick, we're going to do a wind up. The wind up requires you, from the starting position, to lead with your knee. Okay? So this way. So this is the starting position. Okay, so lead with your knee with your legs bent. Right after this, open up and do a flick out or groin kick to the target. Okay, let's do 4 counts. Okay, ready? H, A, Sa, E. Okay, speed up. We're shouting. Here, T, H, A, Sa, She, Go, Rook, Sit, Touch, Kill, E. Good. All right. Before the next kick, we're gonna do some exercises. Okay. I'd like you to tap the ball of your right foot on the floor, like this. Just feel which part of the foot you're using to hit the floor with. All right. Change over. Use your left ball of the foot. Step it to the floor. Feel and understand where you're hitting the floor with. Good. Okay. Next, we're gonna lift up our knee. So bring it up as high as you can. Okay. For those of you who are a bit more practice, okay, you can let go and just hold up your knee as high as you can. Okay. So make sure you're lifting it in front and not at the side. Okay. So this would be the position. Right hand thigh, change legs. I wonder if you realize something. So watch my supporting legs here. So if right now my toes are pointing straight, if you keep your toes straight, you can probably lift up your knee up to a certain point. For you to lift up your knee even higher, you will need to point your toes outwards. Alright? So this is what we do. Point your toes outwards as you lift up your knee as high as you can. Okay? So again, if you can, just let go, hold it there. So this is to condition or train your body to have the correct position right before you perform the kick. Again, relax. Okay, so the next kick we're going to do is called maegiri or front kick. So basically, as the name implies, you're kicking to the front. The point of the foot you want to use is the ball of the foot. The target you want to hit is at your body. Okay, or the midsection. A popular target to hit in karate practice is the solar plexus or the liver, which is concentrated around here. Okay, so imagine using the ball of the foot and hitting it to this point. All right, so this is for basic practice. So take out your parallel stance, have a good posture. So lift out your knee and ball the foot to the body, come back down. All right, migrate for 4 counts. Slow, make sure you check your form. Ready, H, D. So lift up your knee first and open up to kick, finally down. Shade. All right, speed up for the 10 counts. Kihon, H, A, San, Shi, Go. Hold it there. You make sure that the pull back is there, okay? The retraction of your leg is as important as the execution, okay? So don't just do this, okay? Kick, pull it back, and then have a good landing, okay? Let's continue the left side with a rook, sit, punch, kill, okay? Good. All right. Quality of your technique is always more important than the quantity of what you're able to do, okay? If you're here to just do the quantity, there are other practices for that, okay? If you're training for endurance, we'll go for quantity, okay, the numbers. But for elementary class, we are focusing on how to improve the quality of our basics. So we'll do it for less counts, but when you do the less counts, make sure you do it correctly, okay? The next one we're gonna do is this, okay? So have your foot flat like this and lightly stretch the top of your foot, okay? So just to understand that is the foot position that you want for the next kick. Okay, Anta, change. Okay, just lock in the position there. Okay, good. If just now you have your knees in front, this time I want you to have your knees on the outside. Okay, like this. Okay, so basically make sure there is a space between your one leg and the other with the knees pointing up. If you're not as flexible, having it lower is fine, but make sure the alignment of the leg is correct, okay? The knee should be pointing outwards, okay? So, pull out your leg as high as you can. And again, if you're a show off like me, let go of your legs and just hold it there. Okay, and done. All right, let's do it for the left side. So, open out the space between your legs. Hold it there. Continue breathing as you would normally. And down, okay? So the next kick we're gonna do is called Mawashi Geri. So Mawashi, as you know, is the roundabout direction. Mawashi Geri, therefore, is to kick from the outside in, okay, in a roundabout fashion, all right? So the sequence is gonna be like this. So from here, so look for a knee first. Once you have the correct point, extend your lower leg, perform the kick, pull it back, and down. That is Mawashi Geri, okay? For 4 counts, let's do it slow and easy, okay? Ready, H, A, San, Shi. Okay, 10 counts, speed up with shouting, ready, here, T, H, A, San, Shi, Go, Rook, Sit, Touch, Kill, H. Okay, and out there, pause. Okay, good, breathing, H. A. Right? We're gonna do side kick techniques this time. Face the side if you don't have space going sideways like this. All right, if you have the space, okay, then stay where you are. Okay, I'm gonna turn to the side. So as you turn to the side, have your feet together. And have your knees slightly bent, okay? With your hands to the center of the belt. If you don't have one, just have it like this, okay? So this is the starting position. Throughout the next few kicks, okay, I want you to have your foot locked in this fashion, okay? So the foot has to be in a horizontal line. This is not correct, okay? Make sure you have it horizontal with the blade of the foot pointing up, okay? So this is the ideal foot position. If for whatever reason you cannot lock your foot like that, at the very minimum, have your foot horizontally like this, okay? with your soles up, that's fine. Okay, but make sure you have your foot horizontal like this. Okay. The first set of kicks you're going to do is for stretching. This is called Yoko Kyage Giri. So that means side rising kick. Okay. So in this view first, knees bent, feet together, hands to the center. Look at where you're going. We're going to start from the right, left, okay, for 10 counts, okay? So look at where you're going and raise up as high as you can. 1, 2. Okay? Let's do that, okay? For 10 counts, really. H, A, San, Shi, Go, Ruk, Sich, Hutch, Q, Okay, good. Are you falling out of space your space every time you land? That's probably because after you land, you did not bend your knees. Okay. The whole reason why we bend our knees is to catch our balance as we recover. So that means after you kick, you bend your knees. We are lowering our center of gravity down, and therefore we are keeping our balance, okay? If you keep your knees straight, okay, the shock from the landing will tip you off balance, okay? So make sure you have your knees bent. The next kick we're gonna do is called Yoko Giri, or side kick, okay? So for side kick, the end position is the same. I want you to aspire to hit to the head level, but if you're not as proficient as I am, okay, just go a little bit lower to the body, to the shoulders, to the body maybe. But as a challenge, I want you to keep your kick above the belt, okay? So above the belt, all right? So this is the minimum. Otherwise, kick as high as you want to as a challenge, okay? So these are the basics. So with your feet together, slightly bend your knees, hands to the center. The starting position is the same as before. Lift up your knee in front, but this time with your foot prepared, okay, like this, okay? So again, 1 is here. 2, because my target is there, see what happens to my supporting foot, okay? So you point your supporting heel to the target. When you do that, your toes are already at the direction of where you're supposed to hit. And the only thing you need to do now is to perform the kick, pull it back, and then down. So in whole, side kick will look like this, okay? 1 and 2, okay? So that is Yoko Giri, okay? Let's do it for 4 counts. Ready? H, D, San, Shi. Okay, perform with shouting ready. Here, T, H, D, San, catch your balance, Shi, Go, Ruk, Sich, Hutch, Q, E. Good, alright. Last one is simpler than before. If Yoko Giri or side kick, we are hitting at the head level. The last technique that we're going to do is called joint kick or kansetsu giri, okay? Which joint we're going to kick is the joint of the leg or your knee, okay? So the starting position is the same. Lift up your knee first. Instead of kicking up, we're going to be stomping it downwards, okay? Move your heel as before. That points to the direction of where you want to go. Kick to the knee, bring it back, and recover, okay? Let's try that. 4 counts, do it slow, do it right. Ready? H, D, San, Shi, Go, Ruk, Sich, Hutch, Q, E. Okay, so sorry, I did it in 10 counts as mistake, okay? We're supposed to do 4 counts, but I did 10. Let's do 10 with full speed and shouting, okay? Speed up ready. Okay, T, H, D, San, Shi, Go, Ruk, Sich, Hutch, Q, E. Good job. And alright. Pause. Breathing. H, D, San, Okay, the last drill we're gonna do is called Enke Gaski. Okay, so Enke means a circle, Gyakuski means to punch with your reverse hand. Okay, this might be complicated if you're doing it for the first time. So if you just want to observe, you can stay out of this one. But if you are familiar with this, you can come and follow along. All right. So the starting position will be like this. Have your right foot stepping outside. Okay, and I want you to go to a reverse fighting stance on your right. Okay, like this. So if I'm showing my back, this will be the position I want you to be in. Okay. All right. So take out the reverse stance, facing 45 degrees to your right. Okay. Do not face directly to your side or 90 degrees. Face 45 degrees to your right. Okay. So reverse stance, 45 degrees to your right. Okay. I want you to have the weight on the front leg. So having said that, this is not exactly fighting stance. It is more of a forward-leaning stance. Okay. So weight on the front leg. Okay. So once you have that for your legs, your right fist, have it in your ribs, your left hand in front of your groin. So this is the starting position. All right. The sequence is going to be like this. This is just an imagination exercise. Don't take it literally. It's meant for you to understand how the technique is performed. Okay. Imagine somebody is holding onto your shoulder from the back. Okay. You're going to use your backhand to perform a circular block to the back. Okay. So basically a circular fashion. Okay. This way. So from here, circular fashion. Obviously, by not moving my body, I cannot reach the back. Okay, so as I do that technique, I will turn my toes to face 45 degrees to the back, while keeping the leg, the weight on my right leg. Okay, so all together, this is one, and then now I'm able to reach the opponent's arm or hand. Okay, so this is position number one. Position number two, after I deflected the hold, I'm going to push off with my right leg, perform a middle punch as I keep my left hand. Okay? So, and this is why we turn 45 degrees to the side so that we are at the correct alignment. If you punch all the way to the side, you will not be well balanced. Okay? So anyway, you punch here. After you punch, immediately come in front to cover the groin. Okay? So once more, weight on the front leg, somebody is grabbing the back of your shoulders, turn around, perform the circular block, push off with your back leg, reverse punch, and then down. Okay, so this is Enke Gaski or circular block with reverse punch. There are many practical applications for this practice. We don't have time to cover it right now, so we will just practice it for the sake of conditioning, okay, so that you're used to the action. Okay, so let's try this position. So with your weight on the right leg, 4 counts slowly. H, turn circular block, push off middle punch. A, turn circular block, push off middle punch. San, she. Okay, speed up with shouting here. T, H, A, San, she, Go, Rook, Sich, Hutch, Q. Okay, back foot to the front, and all right. Pause. Gripping edge. A. Okay, with that, we have completed our basic punches, receiving techniques, kicks, and circular block with reverse punch. We're going to go for a short break. When I say short, it's about 1 minute. And after 1 minute, I'd like you to bring out your chairs if you have them. And we're going to be doing some exercises with your chair. You just need one, unless there's more than one of you. Okay? 1 minute break. Okay? Pause. Okay, finish up your last few moments of your break. We're gonna start soon with your chair. Take a chair. When we say chair, it is something with a backrest. If there is no backrest, it's probably a bench or a stool. Okay, that won't be so useful for now. Okay, just try to grab a chair wherever you can. Okay, welcome back. All right, so as with a lot of us in this world, we don't have the luxury of going out of the house and to the gym or to the dojo for practice. So in a way or another, we might not have access to a lot of equipment that we usually use for our regular training. Okay. But from me to you, that is not a good reason why we stop training. As you know, karate means empty hands. My personal belief is that with nothing at all, how can you be creative in order to ensure that you continue training, okay? At the end of the day, understand this training is for your benefit, it's for your health, for your strength, and for your well-being, okay? The benefits go to nobody else except to you, okay? So don't stop training, even if the circumstances get difficult for you. Be creative as a karate practitioner, as a martial artist, to find ways where you can keep up for your training, okay? And if you're cooped up at home, one of the practical tools that you can find is the chair, okay? Obviously, there are many applications that you can use the chair. Okay, there are many ways for you to use the chair. I'll probably do a video of that for you to refer to in the future. Some obvious ones can be if you have trouble balancing and you need something to hold on to. For example, if you're going to be practicing a side kick, okay, and you can't balance as well, okay, the chair can be like a tool for you to help balance, okay. So hold on to the chair, lift up, kick, okay, bring it back down, okay. So the chair can be a balancing tool. The chair can also be something like your workout bench. If you are at a gym, you like to do step-ups, okay. You can use a chair as an elevation tool. But of course, before you do that, before you start doing that, make sure you do a quality check of your chair, that the surface of the chair is strong to support your weight, the legs of the chair are strong enough to support your weight, and the rim of the chair is strong enough to support your weight, okay? You don't want to be stepping on the chair and going through that chair, okay? From personal experience, it's not nice, okay? It happened to me before, okay? So anyway, you can use that chair as an elevation tool for you to do step-ups, okay? You can also use it to, again, as a bench. If you want to practice your core, you want to strengthen your core, you can sit on a chair. And for you to just hold this V position like this, okay? So you can use the chair for that as well, okay? So again, there are many different applications for a chair. You can even use the chair as some weights, okay, if you know how to do it. I'll probably do a video on that. There's a lot of application. But for this practice, we're going to use the chair as a marker, okay? I know it's mundane, okay, but don't underestimate the use of a chair as a marker, okay? As human beings, sometimes, especially when we're tired and we're distracted, we tend to get lazy, okay? Unless there is something obvious in front of us, okay, we don't make it a point to do the technique correctly, okay? And that is why a physical object that acts as a marker, as an obstacle, is very beneficial for your training, okay? So for the first practice today, we're going to use the chair as a marker for us to practice our footwork while we are practicing our punches, okay? So before that, let's put the chair aside first. We're gonna just recap what we have done for our punches last week. Okay. So chair to the side. I want you to take up a sparring stance or a fighting stance, which is like this. Okay. So with your sparring stance again, left leg in front, right foot to the back, front toes pointing straight, back toes pointing 45 degrees. Bend both your knees to get feel that you're agile, you're springy, you're ready to go anywhere. And then have your hands up, okay? Be absolutely relaxed or learn to relax when you're standing in sparring stance, okay? We're gonna do simple forward, just stepping forward and stepping back, okay? So forward, back, that's it, okay? On my count, okay? Going forward first, pitch, back, in, san, shi, go, look, sit, touch, cue. You continue, li, san, shi, go, look, sit, touch, cue. You feel the spring in your legs, okay? Don't lose the momentum. Continue. San, li, san, shi, go, look, sit, touch, cue. You. Good. Let's change stance, okay? Go to the reverse stance with your right foot to the front. Stepping forward, stepping back. Here we go. Go, which? Li, san, shi, go, look, sit, touch, cue, ju. Continue. Li, san, shi, go, look, sit, touch, cue, ju. Last one. San. Feel the bounce. San, shi, go, look, sit, touch, cue, ju. Good. Okay, we're now going to incorporate punches into our footwork. Okay, so as the left foot step forward, left straight punch. As the right foot step forward, right straight punch, and your left hand guard your chin. Okay, as you step back, come back to fighting stance. For example, back, B, back. Okay, let's try that. Breathe. H, B. San, shi, go, look, sit, touch, and back. Okay? Go to reverse stance. Right, left, straight punch, moving forward and coming back to recover. Ready. H, B, san, shi, go, look, sit. Keep your elbows down, touch, cue, ju. Good, okay? After the 2 straight punch this time, I want you to perform 2 poke punch. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4. Come back. Come back, okay? Fighting stance, really. Back, B. Back, san, back, shi, and back. Go to reverse stance. Ready. H. Back. Obviously, you have to take a bigger step backwards because we did 4 counts combinations. Okay. B. Back, san, back, shi, and back. Good. Bring the chair. What you have done so far is what we call linear footwork. Okay, linear footwork means you're moving in a straight line. Okay, if you're stepping forward to punch somebody, basically you're trying to close the distance in order to hit your opponent. Okay, I've done a video on linear footwork. So look it up on our Facebook page if you want a reference on what kind of linear footworks are there. Okay. For today's practice, we're going to do what we call a angular footwork. Okay, there is no official name for it. Okay, but let's just call it angular footwork. Basically, it means to step around in an angle. Okay, meaning instead of going straight and straight backwards, we're going to go around the opponent. Okay, so the chair is going to be a marker for you to practice angular footwork. This is how it's going to go. So have your chair in front of you. We're going to be doing the footwork alone. Okay? Every time you step, you're not going to be stepping forward. If you're stepping forward, you're going to hit the chair, okay? You're going to be stepping towards your left, okay, for the first round, okay? So meaning 1, 2. At the end of your step, I want you to always be facing the chair, okay? Meaning 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right? So for the first round, we're not going to do any punches. I just want you to focus on the footwork. Step around the chair with your left foot always in front. The rest of your stance, have the discipline to keep it correct all the time, okay? I'm going to give you the time to do it, okay, at your own time. Let's go. Okay, and I hope you have made 1 round, all right? We're going to go to the reverse direction, okay? Keeping the same stance, meaning your left foot is still in front, your right foot is still at the back. You're going to move towards your right and come back to where you started, okay? At your own time, let's go. Good, okay? Change stance. Go to reverse stance this time, okay? Right leg always in front. You're going to be circling around the chair towards your right and come back to where you started. All right, ready? Let's go. Okay, good. Remain in your reverse stance towards your left this time. 1 round, come back to where you first started. Okay, let's go. Keep your stance the same, guts always up, relax, and back to fighting stance. Good. So by this point, you would be familiar with your footwork. This time, I want you to coordinate your footwork with your punches, all right? So you're going to do 1-2 punch as you move around the chair, meaning 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Again, in a smoother fashion, you will look like this. I hope you get the idea, okay? Continue to breathe every time you punch. If you don't breathe, you're going to get exhausted, and when you get exhausted, you get stressed, and your techniques will go all over the place, okay? Focus on the breathing, focus on the chair, perform the technique correctly, okay? At your own time, 1-2 punch around the chair. Fighting stance, let's go.